NIM is a game that doesn't actually involve pi, but it does involve circles. A NIM game is a kind of a false game because it depends on who goes first as to who the winner is going to be. That is, if you are playing with two people who know how NIM games work. And this is one of those. If the person who goes second in this game is at the advantage. But if the person who goes first knows how to play, then they can actually put themselves at an advantage. So it really all depends on how skilled the players are at placing their circles on the playing field. What you're going to need is a set of circles for each player. And the circles I made myself by using a compass to draw the circles and measure the circles, and then I cut them out very carefully with scissors. I let my students do this one year, and we ended up with some really wonky shaped circles. And it's very, very important that these circles be as circular as you can make them. Mine are not perfect, but they're pretty close. If you have a die cutter or some other way to make the circles that can make them perfectly round, more power to you. You're going to need 2 that are 4 inches in diameter, 3 that are 2 inches in diameter, and 4 that are 1 inch in diameter. You'll need 2 sets of these circles, each in a different color. The playing field is simply an 8.5 by 11 sheet of printer paper that I have taped to a piece of cardboard. That way I could easily move the paper, and the paper itself, once it was placed, didn't move around much. You'll also need 2 paper clips for holding the circles when you're storing it, but also for micro adjustments when you're playing. The rules are pretty simple. Players sit on either side of a table that's a pretty sturdy table with the playing field in between them and their circles in their paper clip. Each player has 1 set of circles. You rock, paper, scissors for who goes first, and I always required this because whoever went second was at an advantage. Because if both players were able to play all their circles, whoever places the last circle is the winner, which puts the second player at an advantage. So it always has to be random. So rock, paper, scissors once for who goes first. Players take turns placing their circles on the playing field. Circles cannot overlap or hang off the sides of the white printer paper. When you're placing the circle, a player cannot move any other circle. If they do, they automatically lose, even if they breathe and the circles move. So I had a student one time, they were very, very close on placing their circle on the playing field, and then they breathed out, they went, and it moved the other circles, and so they lost. And it made for a lot of laughs afterwards. The next player to place their circle does not start placing their circle until the other player has said okay or has pulled their hands away from the table and their circle is confirmed to be placed legally. The last player to place a circle on the playing field is the winner. It's not the person who runs out of circles, but it's the person who is able to place the last circle. In this game, blue goes first, blue places their circle. Pink now places their circle, trying to decide the best place to prevent blue from actually placing their other big circle. You can actually place any circles you want first. It is advantageous to place your larger circles first for obvious reasons. And I take the paper clip to make some micro adjustments so that I can get it on the playing field without touching the other, without moving the other circles. It can touch the other circles, but it cannot overlap them. It cannot overlap the edge. And that one is good. So it's off the edge and it is not overlapping or underlapping the other circles. Now pink cannot place their large circle. There's no space. So they set it aside and they choose another circle. Now blue places a circle. Not much thought there. And it goes back and forth. Not quite gonna fit there. Maybe. Now that I moved the game board, but I did not move the circles. Here we go. Is it gonna work? There it is. As soon as I place it, it's the other person's turn. Pink's trying to place their larger circle. Not gonna fit there. No place to put it, so pink goes to smaller circles. And you can see where blue has the advantage. After pink goes, blue always has another piece it can play. Dead center. And now pink is placing their last small circle. There it is. Blue's placing the last small circle. Using the paper clip to get it on without bumping other circles. Now it's pink's turn. They have to be able to place a circle in order to win, and they can't. So therefore, blue placed the last circle, so blue is the winner. All right, illegal moves. So first of all, overlapping and underlapping. You place a circle if it slides under another circle or over another circle, or if it's hanging off the edge. See there, it overlapped the blue and it was hanging off the edge. Can't do that. So trying to use the paper clip to do micro movements, and it can't be placed here because it's overlapping and underlapping. So that's basically just some examples of overlapping and underlapping. Here's an example of placing it and you end up moving another circle. Oh, the blue circle moved, the big blue circle moved, pink automatically loses. So NIM is a super fun, just quick competitive game that I always played with the students. We would do a bracket and everything during Pi Week. It's a game that can be quickly set up and taken down just to take up some time in class if you might have extra class. So again, I just taped my game board to this piece of cardboard, which actually came with our textbooks. And then the circles are paper clipped together, and then I sometimes would slip them under the cardboard so it would stay, or slip them under the paper so it would stay on the board. And then that would just sit on the shelf, my game shelf, and if students were finished with their work or we didn't have anything to do and finished early, they could take it out and they could play a game of NIM, which became one of the more popular games in my class. Thanks for watching, and have fun in your math class. I'll see you in the next video.